mic on there. Sorry, you know, this is my first run working on. Just let y'all know, this is my first run on the mainstream. You know what I mean? Ventures, like I said, my man Ventures called me in to fill in. I normally the co-host, so you know, be with me on this show tonight. But we're gonna go ahead and bring my man right here, TuReal. What's good? Where you at?
Yes, sir. It's your boy TuReal from the 2-5. Always lit, always live.
Okay. You from the 2-5. Like I rock out with the 2-5. One thing I know about the 2-5 community is y'all stick together. Y'all rock out. Y'all do y'all 1-2 for real. Tell me something about being from the 252.
Okay, first and foremost, man, one of the positive things about it is a small town. So, you know, everybody know everybody.
Okay.
So, you know, you can get a core group of people that can get together on some things and do some things. You know, it's been some spurts of success that come out of Henderson.
Okay.
You know, I'm looking to be the next.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. So, you say you come from out of Henderson. I know they say about Henderson, man. I know my always big. I always told me, man. They told me not to go to the gas stations out there in Henderson, man. I don't know how true that is. I stayed away, so I normally drive through when I actually go out there.
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm just messing around with that. But y'all got some talent coming out of that area as well. Some people making some big noise. There's some artists out there that's making some big noise that I know about. That's really doing some things. But so y'all keep that up. What you got any new music getting ready to come out or anything like that?
Oh, most definitely. So I got a few singles out right now. I've been working on this project called Anigma.
Okay.
Yeah, I plan to drop it before the end of the year's out. I actually been working on this project for about a year and a half. I feel like this is gonna be one of them ones, so that's why I've been taking my time with it. But the singles that I have out is Hit Different, Yes Sir, which got me nominated for a Carolina Music Video Award.
Okay.
Shout out to the Carolina Music Video Awards that just passed on August 31st.
Yeah, shout out to everybody doing that and who was in part of that event. That was a dope situation right there for the city.
Yes, sir. And my other single called F.V.P.BUZINESS, and my single that I feel like is the one called SELFMOTIVATE.
Okay.
And the concept behind it is, you know, as long as you striving to be the best version of you, which that's what TuReal is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And with that, you know, that don't mean, you know, you can judge nobody else's life. You don't have time to when you striving to be the best version of you.
Right.
Like the concept of it is the closer you get to the best version of you, the closer you can help the person next to you do the same.
For sure.
And that's TuReal.
Nah, that's what's up. Appreciate that positivity. That's all I'm about positivity. I like to take the positive things from the negative things, and, you know what I'm saying, apply it. And anything that's negative, I try to figure out what the negative portion was, and then try to take that and find a solution so we can have a positive outcome from that. So that's dope. So I know you gave a brief little quick description of where you got the TuReal name from. If you could just break it down real quick one time, where did TuReal come from?
Okay, so back in 2009 was my freshman year of college.
Okay. What college was that?
Goin University.
Goin, all right. What you play for sports out there? Most times
I went to play football. And of course, you know, due to some unforeseen circumstances,
right,
you know, it didn't work out. But of course, I was still on my music. I've always loved music since a kid. The first artist, hip hop artist that actually kind of pushed them and kind of inspired me to want to be an artist was Tupac.
It's probably vintage.
So back in 2009, in school or whatever, something crazy happened to me, and they end up transitioning me meeting this guy named Brandon Jennings.
Okay.
He's also the cousin of Greg Jennings from the Green Bay Packers.
Okay.
But yeah, he was a producer at Goin.
Okay.
And when he heard about what happened to me or whatever, he came to me and like that's how I was introduced to him, and just pretty much telling me, you know, he known me around the school. You know, he know I was new there, so he know I wasn't the type of person to do what happened to me. I wasn't that type of person to carry that energy. So he was like, bro, just roll with me. And then he was like, you rap? And then when I said, do I rap? You know, I've been penning my own stuff since 7, 8 years old, just, working on my craft. So he asked me what my rap name was, and I told him Wayne. And he said, nah, you can't do that. And I said, well, that's my name. You know, I want to keep it real. You know what I mean? That's my name.
Right.
He was like, yeah, but that's a little too real.
Right.
And I was like, you got something. You know what I mean? And being inspired by Tupac or whatever, it was just a no-brainer for me.
All right, TuReal. I ain't mean to cut you off, but I think we got a special call coming in. They calling right during you talking, so it must be somebody that we need to bring in. Then calling back to back. Who we got on the line? What's goody? This is Life's a Joke with DaDon. What up?
Yes, sir. You already know the vibes, brother. I was looking forward to, you know what I'm saying, you being here, but you know, I already know when things happen, you gotta handle business. But definitely yes, sir, most definitely. That's TuReal, so I ain't mad at that. Yes, sir. Shout out Triple H, man. Big facts. He definitely TuReal.
What up, Vince? Hey, Vince, tell us what you really doing out there.
Nah, not over the airwaves.
Come on now, over there. Tell us what you really doing out there, because you know you joking around. Nah, for
Yes,
sure.
sir. Yes, sir. Business is business.
But nah.
Yes, sir. You already know, bro. Love.
Yeah, appreciate you, bro, man. Once again, thank you for the layup on the show, my boy, to give me an opportunity to shoot my 1-2s. Nah, for sure.
Honestly, man, if you wouldn't have said it being your first time, I wouldn't have known. Like, this is actually my first time in this type of setting.
Yeah.
Like, you know, not necessarily like a podcast interview, but just this setting, how the radio station set up.
Yeah.
Like it definitely, you know, on some official. So I wouldn't have known it was your first time rocking out, you know, by yourself, bro. So
yeah, for sure, bro.
Like
Appreciate that. TuReal. That's TuReal. What he say?
TuReal.
Nah, it's DaDon though. Nah, for real. Yeah, appreciate that, bro. Once again.
We locked in.
Well, there you go. The new change of the show will be on Wednesdays. What's the time again? Once more for us, Bennett. 6 to 8 Wednesdays. Life's a Joke will now be airing on Wednesdays, because Sundays is not for him. So I might be able to get that Sunday. You might be tapping in with DaDon Approved on Sundays. You know what I'm saying? I could do that. You know, we gon' word. I might have to live rent free here. Nah. I might have to give him my accolades at the on the show today, so they might be like, who this guy, man? He's a joke.
Triple H, aka
Triple Eight with the numbers, cause we working.
Triple A, yes sir.
Nah, love, bro. Appreciate you, man. I'll chop in with you, man.
You already know, bro. TuReal, yes sir.
Alright, that was my man Ventures typing in. You know, once again, the news says they will be going to Wednesday, 6 to 8. Life's a Joke, new show time. Make sure y'all lock in with that and be on the lookout for me, DaDon, coming with a show soon. let's get back to TuReal. TuReal, I know you talked about you had a couple singles out. Are you on all the major platforms? Like where can they find the music at least? So if we're not able to play it tonight or anything like that, they can at least go listen to it later on when they even hear the show or leave the show today. Where can they find you at?
Oh, most definitely. You can definitely find TuReal music on all streaming platforms, wherever you get your music from, man, tap in. I know a lot of people, you know, they encourage to stream. I just say, I tell people to find your best TuReal song that you like and buy it.
Yeah.
You know, for the most part. And I also got a YouTube channel. It's called F.V.P. TuReal, where I'll be dropping my own content exclusively on there. I got a Patreon, and I also got a Kickstarter and a Twitch. It's TuReal, the number 2, the underscore, the number 5, IVE. So it's TuReal, 2, the underscore 5. You know what I mean? Y'all just follow me on all streaming platforms. If you have trouble looking for me anywhere, just Google, and you'll see me pop up.
Okay, that's what's good. That's good. So you do have a new project that you just released, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I just dropped a new single called "What's Going On," and I also got the 4K video coming soon. I got a show coming up next Saturday, September 14th, at the K Mix Bar and Lounge. It's the NC Got Next concert, sponsored and brought to you by Ty for Thought. He whenever he come through and always put me on, his shows always be legit and is always on the up and up. So I always like to do business with good people, and I call it God business.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's the like y'all said, it's the positivity, it's the energy. You spoke on something earlier, just about, you know, just Henderson and the aura of Henderson, and just through all the negativity, you know, I had to grow up in and endure in Henderson. I felt like the only way to combat that is to take the negative and become a positive with it. You know, so that's why I launched my own brand, TuReal. And I'm pushing it, and I'm hoping everybody get on the movement. The concept of TuReal is not for me to sell you me. It's for me to sell you the best version of you. And that's the it in you. You know what I mean? That's the God in you.
Oh, that's dope.
No religion.
So I'm assuming I heard you had a Patreon on all that. So on your podcast, I'm taking that you speaking like more, you giving the positive things. You talking about the positive things that's going on in the world and kind of things of that nature. You kind of got your what they call the third eye open. Is the energy I'm feeling from the seat. It seems here that you even reading the books, or you watching the proper YouTube channels and keeping your brain stimulated and keeping that knowledge, because that is the key. Is the knowledge is the key to success and to where we want to go in the manifestations, to where we trying to be at. So that's what it's giving me, even with just how you speaking and what you doing. So make sure you keep that positive energy and transfer that energy to those people around. What I like to do myself also is I kind of like to stay in that light, and when I'm around negative energy, I try to bring the positivity to it and change the narrative and what we got going on over there. And from my journey of doing that, if you are really like that and you really are him, then that can happen. So I've been in situations where I was able to change the narrative from it being a negative situation to a positive, and everybody was able to get home and see their family and get back to doing what they do every day. So I just try to like to keep enforcing keeping those type of people around you, though, because like we say, you know, life is a joke, but then it ain't no joke when you ain't here no more, and that flesh ain't here, and it ain't a joke if you ain't mentally here too. Because I used to think that everybody had common sense, and then you start realizing that as you go on out here, there's a lot of people out here that don't have common sense, because a lot of the things that you do, you wouldn't do because it just doesn't make sense. So, you know, that's just that, you know, that's the type of vibes I bring. I know Vintage be up there joking and giving y'all the but I'm coming up here with that, what's up with it, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, this the first one for you. Like, right, realistically now, you know, since you taking over Sundays, you know what I'm saying? So
I mean, we manifesting that.
Yes, sir.
We're going to manifest that, and we're going to make sure we get that, because, you know, we on that next level. We ready to go to that next level, and people need to hear what I got to say as well. Just to jump back into the music portion, I think you said you were out in Henderson. Y'all got a jazz clutch. Is there clutches out there? I think, if I'm not mistaken. She I want to say she out that area too. She making noise out there, real big in that area too. You know, shout out to her as well.
Yes, sir.
Let's see what we doing. We already talked about your shows. I mean, what's up? How do you feel about this Rich Homie Quan situation? How did it impact you? I mean, I'm gonna just bring it back up real quick. 'Cause we got a guest to talk about it and see how it impacted you. What was your take on it? What you think about what people were saying and your feeling overall from that right now?
It's crazy that you talked about that frequency earlier, bro. Like, I was just finna allude to that because you were speaking on it earlier. Actually, a couple of months ago, me and Rich Homie through Instagram DMs, like, we was actually talking business. Like,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, he was offering me, he was putting different offers on the table for me, working with my budget. You know what I mean? So for the most part, man, when I heard it, like, people was coming to me with it. Like, they were like, won't you just, and I was like, yeah. They was like, man, Rich Homie, where is this Rich Homie just passed? And I was like, wow. I was like, at first I thought it was fake news.
Yeah.
Cause I was like, nah, man. I was like, that ain't happening.
Yeah.
But for the most part, bro, like, he was a real one. He was, you know what I mean? He didn't sugarcoat nothing. Like, you know what I mean? And I appreciate him for that, because a lot of times when you reach out to people who done already crossed over, you know what I mean, to financial freedom and just being able to move around and push their brand and build their legacy, like, they be Hollywood. You know what I mean? There's a lot of people who, you know, they kind of stand on their money with people that they know got less than. Yeah. Like, to me, it's not about how much money you got. It's about how much character you got.
Right.
You know what I mean? I feel like I feel like your character supersedes how much money you got. So for the most part, like, and when I see anybody who know they are financially well off more than the next person, they put somebody else down. I just, you know, that ain't too real, like. Right. But back to Rich Homie Quan, though, like I said, man, he was definitely one of those ones that was a real one of those ones that was always, you know, about his business, of course. But he always, again, he kept it TuReal.
Right.
So long live Rich Homie, man. And I always, like, there's a lot of real ones that done left here. Long live Dolph. Yeah. Long live Takeoff. Long live Nipsey Hussle. Long live Triple X and Tacion. Like, long live Juice WRLD. Is a lot of our stars, a lot of people that was dropping them gems for people like that's on the ground. They was speaking to the people that was on the ground and having people that's on the ground be able to pick those gems up and make themselves get closer to the best version of them.
Yeah, for sure, man. And that's what we need right there. You know, like I said earlier, we just need to make sure we give our flowers out early before it's too late. Because like I said, we never know if tomorrow's promised to us. So you need to make sure y'all tell y'all loved ones y'all love them every day and live your life like it's your last, because you never know for sure. I got some more entertainment news. I just been popping up. I've just been going and researching, you know, because I'm just, like I said, I'm winging it today, just coming in, trying to figure it out, fill it out for you guys and whatnot. But what's up with what you feel about Dame Dash D falling out though? Come on, man.
Look, it's crazy. I was just on that recently too.
Like, what's up with your boy? What's up with Dame and the team? I mean, I rock out with Dame, man. Dame was my guy, man.
He definitely is one of them ones that kind of was the front runners in the face of. He was before his time when it came to entrepreneurship, independency, being your own boss. And not only being your own boss, but building up bosses and creating bosses around you. Unfortunately, everybody, you know what I mean, everybody is not on the right side, which is, you know what I mean, God's side, no religion. But you know, but for the most part, man, like it's unfortunate because, you know what I mean, he like I said, like stuff like that happens, and I low-key thought it was a conspiracy at first. I ain't gonna hold you. When it first happened, you know, a lot of times when they ready to level up, they gotta go through some type of ritual, whether it's humiliation or, you know, Nori told everybody there was a door. There's doors that you can take to, you know, and I don't know, and 50 is definitely one of them gatekeepers. You know what I mean? So that's what I thought initially, but like, in my opinion, like, I feel like those are two people that look like us that can really change not only people like us lives, man, but they are the celebrities and the influence are the new people that our youth look up to. So just paint a better narrative. I understand entertainment is entertainment, and you know, again, like us as parents, we have to do a better job at parenting and policing our kids and what they watch. But for the most part, like, you know what I mean, you want to also have some type of core characteristics and foundation in a lot of this stuff. Like when I came up in the 90s, and most of the things that was in the 90s, it always had a message behind it. The Family Matters, the Cosbys, no matter, like, and these people went through a lot to get that message out.
Nah, for sure, they did. I always remember, like, I ain't mean to cut you off neither, bro.
No,
I just want to piggyback on that because that was a great point. We did have those shows, and I noticed at the end of those shows, there was always some type of narrative for you to take from that actual show. I think especially Parenthood was one of them. Parenthood was the one, like, I think after the show ended, they were talking about, like, bullying or violence or, you know what I'm saying, different things that the narrative from that show was. And now they've taken that away from us, so we, you know what I'm saying, you just get the bad ends or you get a little bit of everything on the show. So I also wanted to piggyback on something you said about our kids watching what they're watching and trying to have parental advisory on what they're watching. But how you think we're able to do that with all the freedom that they have right now for kids to be able to have access to anything and everything right now? Because before, I remember growing up, you know, just growing up in my time, they had, you know, when we went to go buy the CDs, you had the CDs that didn't have the curse words in it, right? And you know, you only could go to certain places to get that CD or to get the cursing one, because you know they had the Walmart and then Target had the ones where you weren't able to get that had the parental advisories on it. And then, you know, at the same time, we was able to control what we watched on TV as well, because it wasn't streamed. So if it came on, it came on. Like, you know, we had Uncut at night, so we sneaking to watch Uncut, but we couldn't watch Uncut at 6 o'clock in the afternoon. You get what I'm saying? So it's kind of limited on what we was able to see growing up from our generation and our parents' generation. What you think is the connection or disconnection to trying to have parental advisory for the kids and the music and just what they seeing in the world today?
In my opinion, the parental advisory starts at home, man.
Okay.
It starts with the mother and the father. I know the statistics of single mothers out here are at a high rate. Also, young mothers out here, they having babies at a faster rate. You know what I mean? So for the most part, somebody got to be of age and be able to still be a light to the right side, a light to a better perspective, and versus not having an option. The other side gives you no option. They give you an illusion that you have a choice, but you don't have an option on the other side. But for our youth, they not only do they have an option, but they got opportunity because they are youth. They the future. So I do my best, being that I have a son of my own, and he has a sister that's 4 years older than him. I do my best to again do my part. It starts with you. So, you know, and you can, you know, nobody's perfect. It's not about being perfect. It's about being the best version of you, the best version of who God wants you to be. So when you get to that, the easier it is for you to prioritize things that's really important in your life, and family is definitely one of them. So especially your kids, your seeds, those are the fruit that you put out here for it to be able to grow. So for the most part, man, I know there's a lot of low-hanging fruit out there. That's why when you spoke earlier about my YouTube channel being positive and things, you hit it right on the head. I know everybody grabbing at the low-hanging fruit for monetization and money. But for me, I want to be able to give somebody to have a place where they can go to and get something that's not that. Get something that'll bring them closer to who they are as an individual. It's not about being a go along, get along. Right. You know, that's what's being propagated. Right. And as a parent, you gotta be mature enough. And I'm gonna just be honest, man. I feel like it's a lot of grown children out here. You know what I mean?
Nah, for real.
But we
It's a lot
gotta
of growing children.
we gotta be adults, man. Especially those with kids. We gotta be adults. We gotta prioritize. And you know what I mean? I'm just speaking from a perspective of experience and not always having it all, but just being the best and doing the best you can be, because that future is that's us, man. That, and especially if you have laid a seed out here. So I encourage people, I inspire people, I motivate people to be the best version of them, starting with the kids, starting with the youth. I heard Charleston White say something. He said a lot of things, but one of the things that he said that stuck out at me, and I might mess the quote up a little bit, but it's easier to repair broken children than grown men.
That's a fact, and I believe that because the man that's broken has already been through certain experiences, So therefore, it's just like the saying of can't teach an old dog new tricks, because the dog has already been through the experiences and he's stuck in his own ways. It's the same thing for us. It's like you know, as we grown and we figure we already know what we did and what we doing, and we already did it this way, so we know if we did it this way, then it's only to go the opposite way. So it ain't nothing you could tell me because I already messed up this way. And it's sometimes, you know, them grown men just still also need to listen, and it actually just takes that person that they will, you know, they look at and stand on that. It's like, okay, I respect them enough to even take what he's saying. And then those kids that's in them broken homes and need help, there's a lot of positive brothers out here that, you know, that can teach them something and show them something. So if you get with the right kid, or you see a kid that's out here that's going in the wrong direction, and you feel that you can correct that kid, then it's only right that, you know, you reach out to them and do. See, me personally, I've been like thinking that, like, okay, I've been feeling like it's like I need a mentor, right? And I'm getting older and older and older. Like, it's like, man, yo, I mean, it ain't no age I'm getting a mentor, but at the same time, it's like I'm taking everything for myself. So now as I'm getting there, I'm getting, like, you can still teach me some tricks, you know what I'm saying? But no one is there to do that for me, or is on the same level where the tricks is not, I already don't know already. So it's a little bit harder. What we saying is to try to teach the grown man that, versus me going out here and teaching a young boy or a young man what I already know, and being that mentor to him that I was possibly looking for.
Right.
And I'm not saying like a mentor is not, I came from a 2-parent home, so let me correct that. You know, a lot of people that be having a mentor, like, you think it's a one single parent home thing, but I came from a 2-parent home. Like, my father has been there, so my family dynamics and me as a man is there based off of the household that I was in, right? So at first, this is just a little slide conversation. At first I didn't think that, right? Because I was like, man, what that mean? I'm like, if anything, somebody coming from a 1-parent home has a more push and edge than somebody coming from a 2-parent home. And I'm gonna tell you why. This is just my argument before me and my man's had a conversation, because he's coming from the other spectrum as me. I was like, well, you know what I'm saying, you have less, so your mind is mentally pushing you to do more or to get out of the situation that you in, because you might be in a bad situation, right?
Yes,
so
sir.
therefore you are wanting and going to school, get better grades, you're going to do what you, and then we look at on the other spectrum, and this is not my personal story, but you have somebody come from a 2-parent home, they try to be the most gangsters, they selling the most, you know what I'm saying, they out in the street late night, and you got a 2-parent home that's there loving you and taking care of you, making sure you going for nothing. You get all the latest shoes, you know what I'm saying, so you out here hustling for what reason? You know what I'm saying, all you had to do was get good grades, you know what I mean? So that 2-parent home, 1-parent home, that's when I started understanding the dynamics of that. I'm like, well, back to what I was saying is that my father's been there, but I still would need a mentor on just a certain levels of where I'm going. But like as a man, I was able to get that from homes where some 2-parent homes, 1-parent homes, they're not able to get that. That's kind of the disconnect in that. So make sure we shout out to that. That was just a little personal story. I just ran that down. I just thought that was like a positive thing out of that we could take from that.
No, definitely.
So just, you know, be mindful of that when you out here as a man, and as these young women as well. They're needing that guidance too, because it's getting crazy, and it's just the television as well, you know what I'm saying? It's everything, social media, it's just all these things that we're able to see that's just so close in front, and you getting the information and you being grown before your time is what they say, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, now our parents is, you know, it was a privilege, or you had to wait till a certain age for nails and certain hairstyles and certain things you wear. And I mean, we gotta understand the generation is getting younger. You know what I'm saying? We are becoming parents, and we're younger, and we went through where our parents was a little bit older, and their parents were a little bit older. So the generations is changing. But at the same time, I think that is somewhat where we have a disconnect in how fast we're growing up here in the generation today. But yeah, that was that. But my question, let's get back to some entertainment stuff though. How you feel about Kendrick Lamar? They just dropped it that Kendrick Lamar will now be, I think we're doing a halftime show for the Super Bowl.
Ooh, this is breaking news for me. It's my first time hearing it.
So, yeah. So I just seen it as I was over here talking, and I was trying to look at some stuff and see what's going on, but I just seen that too, like Kendrick Lamar will be doing the upcoming Super Bowl, and I think it's like, I don't know, this is just, the site saying, but, Wayne feeling some type of way, Lil Wayne. So I don't know. I think it is something like that. What do you take on it? How you feel about, first, let's go on, how you feel about Kendrick Lamar doing the halftime show? Do you think is, like me first say, do you think it's like, okay, it's worth it because he had that run against Drake? Was that what did it? Was that what you thought was like, okay, if Kendrick Lamar didn't have the beef with Drake, would we still want Kendrick Lamar at the halftime show?
Kendrick, all right, so it's the fact that Kendrick Lamar already done the halftime show with Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent, and Eminem, and Mary J. Blige. So
that was a compilation.
Yeah, right. So and he definitely executed then.
Okay.
That's first and foremost. For the say that the what considerably, arguably, probably one of the top 5 most rap beats of all time didn't secure that, then I wouldn't be too real if I was to say that. You know what I mean? Like, is not only did he kind of, and I'm speaking from, I don't know about what they got going on personally and all the other stuff. I'm speaking from an entertainment standpoint and just from a fan standpoint. I'm on the underground, independent level of it. So I'm looking at it from a way longer distance. But for the most part, man, he kind of used Drake formula against him. And not only did he use it against him, he did it quicker than he did. Like how Drake dropped the first slow bop against Meek. Yeah. And then when Meek dropped, he hit him back again with back to back. Kendrick he didn't allow Drake, he didn't wait for Drake to drop another song. After he dropped Meet the Grams? Mm-hmm. After I'm talking about, it was back to back after that. You know what I mean? And it was I think academics even spoke on it, talking about like how he just dropped it back to back like that. So he used his own formula against him, man. And again, like Kendrick, Kung Fu Kenny always do. They call him. He execute, man. He in my mind, he's the hip hop martial artist. He's the Bruce Lee of hip hop. You know what I mean? When it comes to that aspect of it.
So with that being said, with the run that he had against Drake for, I guess, the battle that they had against each other, you would say that because of that run right there, he's permitted to be the halftime show for this year's coming up Super Bowl. You think that prompted him for that? For his own stage? Not even versus or why wouldn't you think over trumpet over Lil Wayne as being as one of the greats and the legends?
Honestly, I feel like I feel like it would have been better if they would have done it together.
Wayne and
Kendrick. Yes, Kendrick definitely always had big dog Wayne. When Lil Wayne was in the situation with Cash Money, and see, I'm a Wayne fan. I'm a Lil Wayne fanatic. Since my name Wayne.
Right.
So that's I'm also inspired by. I also was inspired by him too growing up. But Kendrick was one of the same ones, kind of like me, like a Wayne fan. When Wayne was talking about retiring, Kendrick went on a whole rant about no. And he started dropping all Wayne accolades, the accolades that he don't necessarily get credit for.
Right.
You know what I mean? To my understanding, 50 and G Unit, they kind of started the mixtape wave. But when Wayne started dropping the mixtapes, he just took it to a whole nother level. So much so that his own record label was like, they was, if I'm not mistaken, they was kind of going at him about, you know, why is you giving away so much free music?
Right.
Not understanding that he, like he said, you know, he's not, you know, we are not the same. I am a Martian.
Right.
Like he's definitely the best rapper alive. He coined that, and I always gave him that.
Right. So you just think that right now, just the 2025 year is just not time for Wayne. He's just a little too early, maybe.
Not even that is a little too early. I feel like a Kendrick and Wayne Super Bowl halftime would not only that would bring, regardless of if you put the egos to the side, if you set aside your ego, which is, you know, what like Kanye said, edging God out. If you put that to the side, and as men, as people who look like each other, and that probably have been through the same struggles and been through the same things and came from nothing, you know what I mean? Like that right there, do way more. You see what Kendrick did with it, not just the beef, but how he brung people together. That people that was at odds, people that was got trauma towards each other. And I've never been to LA, but they say the game coach is TuReal out there. So
right.
So for the most part, for him to bring people together that wouldn't necessarily see eye to eye or would be willing to like kill each other and piece it up and bring it together, because we all are one. We all look like each other. We all come from the same being, the same energy, the same entities.
Right.
So whenever we can get moments like that, bro, I feel like a Kendrick and Wayne halftime Super Bowl performance would definitely do that. Of course, they can sprinkle in, you know, their propaganda, their images, and do it how they normally do it or whatever, but to the root, to the core, to the people that's on the lower level, them two right there, it'll be like a Goku spirit bomb, bro, on
right.
Super Saiyan God.
Well, I think the reason behind it is that they probably definitely wouldn't be able to fool both of them.
Nah,
Probably not.
I mean,
I don't know. They had a crazy lineup before, so who knows? I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't know why they wouldn't do maybe a 2-on-2, and maybe not. Or maybe they just have other people involved already, and Kendrick is just the one because he's the hot topic right now as well. We got to understand that everything is about what people want to see, what they want to know. So your opinion matters in the world, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's opinion matters. So if you get a collective opinions to come together, it can change something. Ain't that what they call like the cancel culture people, right? It's a bunch of people that could come together and cancel you, right? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that could be it. Cause so my thing is now that we got Kendrick doing it, based off of the run against Drake, what you think about Drake's coming back, or is it one of those like how we felt about like Meek's situation, like we really didn't think Meek was gonna be able to come back, and then he kind of eased his way back in based off of his other, you know, same things he had going on. So like, how we feeling about Drake right now? I know he dropped some music and whatnot. And I'm gonna leave this topic alone after this and talk about some sports real quick, because I know people just asked me about some FanDuel. I know y'all out there getting that money, so I know y'all want to know some sports numbers real quick. I'll run it down for y'all, because I'm out here gambling, getting to that bag, parlays all day, tap in. But
yes, sir.
what you think about that?
So again, bro. Now of course, you know, Drake, you know, he from Canada and he from over there, but at the end of the day, as I go back to saying, man, we all are one. We all human beings. You know, we all one being. So if you can put your ego to the side, set your ego to the side, just imagine Kendrick, Wayne concert, and then you got Drake pop out as a surprise performer. I mean, they just had Kanye and Drake piece it up after their, you know what I mean? Ultimately, bro, these people have all exchanged money, done business with each other. So in my mind, like, again, another thing that Charleston White said, I think everybody playing. I think it's more so everybody, you know, is capitalizing on the success and helping further, you know, push their brands and their legacy in the direction they want to go in. I feel like in real time, these same people, in passing each other, they speak to each other. You know what I mean? Like, especially like outside of the incident with, you know, Drake's security guard at his home, it wasn't nobody died from it. You feel what I'm saying? Like from the beef. So for the most part, for it to be at as high as it was, And for it to be able to stay on wax and everybody to keep it entertainment, man.
Right.
I keep saying, I continue to say, just continue to get that money, and no matter what you do, I'm not asking nobody to give or do nothing as far as like them in particular, especially them. I admire them, I'm inspired by them because they done already got there. But for the most part, if as long as you at least helping one person or the next person, somebody else build and elevate them, like I feel like, you know what I mean, you'll be better in the afterlife afterwards, man. So I just encourage people, bro. Like I try to get the negative and turn it into a positive. Like my real personal opinion, like I've always listened to Drake. I've been a Drake fan by default because I was a Super Wayne fan, and the fact that he got signed to Young Money, you know what I mean. Like I low key was always envious of that from afar, just as an artist standpoint, because I always consider myself to be like, you know, a top Lil Wayne fan,
Right.
like since 400 Degrees, you know what I mean, since Baller Block.
Okay.
Like, you know what I mean, since I've been a Wayne fan since them days, you know, when he was the youngin' writing the raps and encouraging the older guys to bring their best bars like Juvenile and Manny Fresh. So yeah, man. So I feel like it'll be a great power move, and it'll be left field because nobody would expect it. Everybody expecting them to continue to go along, get along, you know, so they can keep their spot and their legacy safe. Because we all know in this day and time, it's almost life threatening to be truthful and tell the truth or tell your truth.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
for sure. TuReal, it was definitely good having you up here, man, being a co-guest, a special guest here. Like I said, I hope we was able to just get enough information out here for the people, at least know where they can find you. I'm gonna let you got any shout outs that you want to give out? Anybody you want to, you know, say what's up to? And give us the last little rundown. We like that last 15 minutes of the show real quick before I shut us down.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and get your little shout out sent real quick so I'll make sure we get those done. Let them know where they can find your music again. Let them know your name. Let them know how you can spell it and all the social media platforms. I'll let you run that down. Go, TuReal.
Yes, sir. So again, it's your boy TuReal from the 2-5, always lit, always live. I want to give a special shout out first and foremost to God, no religion, and next my fiance, my son, and my family. And my family, what I mean by that is those who, you know, just have came along and been a part of this TuReal journey with me. Those who are here and have been a part of the team, they know who they are. Shout out to everybody that I've worked with in the past, present. Salute to anybody I'm gonna be working with in the future. But like you said, man, it's time to level up. I'm pushing the brand TuReal. It's spelled TuReal. That's how my name is spelled. That's the official brand. TuReal. I got the logo. Of course, you can see it on me. At the show September 14th, I'm gonna definitely have a couple of things, you know, special exclusive items for sale. So if you want to pull up, or you can go to my page, my Instagram page. The link is in the bio. Purchase a ticket. Make sure you use code TuReal so your boy you get your discount and you support your boy. Again, salute and shout out to you, AAA. You said 888?
888, like the number 8. And I'm gonna
say less COVID.
I'm gonna let you, yeah, almost. So I'm gonna tell you what the 888 is. The 888 is, you know what I'm saying, is because it's a brand, and the brand was the way I came. I was in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't cooking, but I was cooking. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
So I'm in the kitchen, and I'm like, yo, what is going on? I started trying to figure out a brand. I'm always going. Anybody that know DaDon, they know DaDon is going. That's how I kind of came up with the name DaDon. Well, I didn't come up with it. It was kind of given based off of, you know what I'm saying, I treat people like my family. And when you're the family of DaDon, you know DaDon take care of his family. So that's what I do. And I also got the plate so everybody eat. You know, every time you dealing with me and the brand that I'm dealing with, we make sure everybody eating this brand over here. Shout out to my artists out there, Fifth Shane as well. Shout out to Highness, shout out to Lotto, and shout out to my new artist that's coming y'all don't even know about, but Lady Lane. Y'all be on the lookout for her. She's coming, gonna go crazy. She gonna turn up for the city. Y'all don't even know. Secret right there, but I just gave y'all exclusive. But you know what I'm saying? With the 888 brand, so you know, I was in the kitchen. I'm like, man, what I'm doing? I'm like, yo, I spent 8 hours doing this. I spent 8 hours, you know what I'm saying, trying to get you some money. Then you say, supposed to spend 8 hours of sleep, that's 24, right?
Yeah,
so I was like, bro, I don't really sleep, and it's 2 of us, so I got a partner too that we was working with. So when I'm not working, he working, so that's where we got the we working from. So we working, and then you got the 888 because we put in 24 hours of work. You already know 888. That's 888 right there. So that's how we came down. And so we kind of put the 8s together with the wings on it, and had Doc's Kingdom. I don't know if y'all heard of him. Back in the day, he was doing the videos. He might still be out there doing the bigger stuff now, doing movies and all that. But he was the guy that put that together. Shout out to him. And that's how we ran with the 888 brand. So it's 888 with the number 888. And if you look up 8s, and I see if your eyes open like you say this, if you look up what the 888 is, it's also got a significant meaning behind that. So everything is it's kind of been put in its place in a divine way. It wasn't nothing like I was trying to search of putting it, how to put it together. And I was telling my man, I was like, man, I don't want to just come up with something, you know. I want it to be natural. I wanted something that means something. I wanted something that's gonna stand on something when you hear it. So the 888, that's how it came. And then, you know, we working, so we never stop working. We always putting in the work. 24 hours, you know, you can catch me everywhere, you know, on all major platforms as well. Like I said, I got artists I manage. We putting a team together. We do shows. We just recently do a show. I'm like the guy that connect the dots for you. So if y'all listening, come in, tap in with the DaDon. I know y'all see me around. I ain't mean, but I'm about my business though. So I don't like to do too much small talking. So, you know, and if you ask me if I like your music and I tell you I don't like your music, it's only an opinionated thing. You know what I'm saying? I ain't nobody that can make you or break you, you know, so I can help you, but I can't make it. I can say I don't like it and you take this over here and that'd be $1 billion song, you feel me? So I just wanted some artists also to know that, you know, I come with that positivity. So if I tell you I personally don't like it, you asking me for my opinion. So when you asking me my opinion, I expect you respect what I give it, and it shouldn't be no hard feelings. Because me, I'm not an emotional person. Like I said, I'm a logical thinker. Right. And when we're talking about situations and things that we're dealing with, it's a logical standpoint, and then it's an emotional standpoint. And when people are doing, or when people are having these issues, they're more on the emotional standpoint. I think it's a test or something like here when they was talking to people who's incarcerated, right? And a lot of the things on the reasons on why they was incarcerated, a lot of them decisions was made from an emotional standpoint. And had they took the time to kind of think and evaluate and think from a logical sense, that they might have not been in those positions. So I just say that to say this to y'all, and you know what I'm saying, just think about those things too. And you are what you see, you feel me? You know what I'm saying? Your eyes is what you want to be, where you want to be, where you want to go. So if you see where you at to this day, that's where you seen where you at. So you have to open your eyes even more to get further and to get to that next level. Some people may not make it to the next, so some people's okay and just being complacent to where they at, and that's fine. And you just might be that. That's why they got workers and they got bosses. We need both. You know what I'm saying? If you're a worker, we need you to keep putting in that work so us bosses can put that work there in front of you so we can keep this cycle going. And we need to make sure we cycle that dollar too. The same way we putting out for, you know, the celebrities, like we was just talking this RIP for Rich Homie, how much we big up Rich Homie. There's no reason why we can't big up TuReal, you feel me? There's no reason why we can't big up the 919. There's no reason why we can't big up, you know what I'm saying, who our people is and where we trying to go. Also, you know, we you know, Raleigh Day coming up, 919 Day coming up. If you're from the R, you already know it's been 10 years since we've been doing this. I was a founder. I am the founder along with Rome Jeter. And as we've been doing this, we starting to see other cities and other places starting to do their days too. So shout out to Rome Jeter for bringing that out to us. Shout out to once again to my artist Fifth Shane. Shout out to Vintage for the lookout on coming up to the show for Life's a Joke. Steve, what's up, man? Appreciate you showing me how to run the board today. I'm just giving my rundown. Catch me at the Secret Garden. I'll be hosting. If you need a host and you're trying to bring a vibe and you're looking for a vibe, holla at DaDon, because I bring that vibe. You can ask the people. It's the energy. You hear the voice. You know what type of time I'm on and how I'm bringing it. I'll be at the Secret Garden, you know, after hours a secret. So come to the Secret Garden. You'll find out what the secret is out there. So make sure y'all pull up there. Shout out to DJ Boomin and the people that's running it over there. Shout out to Cream. Cream, that's another little venue that I run out of. They got a lot of promoters that run through there. Make sure y'all check their Facebook, Instagram, and things of that nature. all the clubs and all the places and people that's moving and shaking. It's a lot going on in the city. I really think the city is really doing something. Like we really are stepping out here, and we always been stepping. And that's the thing that I just don't understand. Like they be talking about Charlotte, and I don't care where everybody's from, but like Carolinas and Raleigh itself is moving, and we've been moving. And everybody keep moving. Don't get caught behind, because that's what's happening. It's moving fast, and some of us are getting left behind. And it's okay if you get left behind. You know, hopefully somebody come and bring you up to pace. And you might not be ready yet. Everybody has a time for when it's their time, and it just might not be your time yet to move forward. But just be on the lookout for that. Life's a joke. You know what I'm saying? Life ain't really a joke, but it is if you laughing at it and you playing the game right. You know what I'm saying? I call it a game more so than a joke, because we out here playing each and every day, whether it's survival, whether it's financial, or whatever it is. Make sure y'all go vote locally. I mean, I'm not a big man on you know, presidency, because you know what I'm saying, we already know those are puppets, and that's just me, how I feel about it. And you can say that because I'm not a political guy. I can't break down the receipts for you, but from what I've seen and what I know, that's on a higher level. That's on a level that, you know what I'm saying, once you reach that level, if it matters to you in politics, then you will handle that. But on our local level is what matters to me, and what's helping us. So make sure y'all be on the lookout for voting for the local level. Make sure we get the right governors, senators, and things into the office, so we can actually get those changes here in the city that we're looking for and want. Shout out to my mans over there, Loop and all that. I know y'all got things going on, Iceman and all y'all. Shout out to y'all. Joppy was good in the cut, folks. What's up? Yeah, so you know, this is where we at. You know what I'm saying? Life's a joke. This is DaDon. Hopefully y'all like the show. Like I said, this is my first run. Please give me some feedback on Facebook. Please let Vintage know if I was trash or not, if y'all want me back. But with practice, you know what I'm saying, you become great. This is my practice right now, and I'm going to be great. So, you know, be on the lookout for my show coming, the Don Approved Show. Be on the lookout for the TuReal. Be on the shout out for the 25 in the building, 919. All the people that's listening in the building. Shout out to y'all, man. Make sure y'all tap in with us, man. We're going to go into the song and close us out for the last 4 or 5 minutes. Now, once again, that new show for Vintage will be Wednesday, 6 to 8, Life's a Joke. Vintage will be back on it, giving you going crazy, talking that, laughing and going in. You know, I came on a little more serious and positive too, because that's where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? Once again, Life's a Joke, DaDon, AAA, we working. TuReal in the building, 252, get your last shout outs before we roll out of here.
Yes, sir. Again, man. Shout out to you. Shout out AAA. Shout out to you. Shout out AAA. Shout out to Don. Shout out my boy Vintage. And y'all continue to stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, and be a part of everybody's journey that you see here on this screen right now. You dig?
Yeah.
TuReal.
Life's a Joke. It's DaDon. AAA, we working. Yeah.